Hello everybody and welcome back to Do Nothing Gaming. They call me Muse and this is Hitman Freelancer. If you're not familiar with Hitman in general, I've done a video on the first bits of Hitman 3, the link will be in the description, you can check that out. If you're not familiar with Freelancer, it's basically Hitman 3 or Hitman World of Assassination, except with randomized targets, limited tools available to you, and the better you do, the more tools you can gather. The worse you do, the more tools you might lose. So, let's begin a new campaign, shall we? So, we've got a number of different options. We've got specific objectives within each of them. Now, I like a good bit of organ trafficking, so let's have a look at that one, shall we? So you can see on the left-hand side some of the various objectives that you might have available. We've got missions in Haven Island, Hokkaido, and Paris. Let's start here then. I'm not a fan of Paris from what I've seen so far, but we'll give it a go. Basically, I've tried 3 campaigns so far. The first one was a complete success. The second one and the third one both ended on the outskirts of Paris in a hail of bullets. So that's where we find ourselves right now, back at the beginning, with a little challenge of 3 missions. If we complete that, we've got 4 more missions. If we complete that, 5 more, then 6 more, and the campaign's finished. We can tackle these in any order. So, we've got Hokkaido, where we can poison a target with a dart gun for bonus cash. We can poison a target in general for bonus cash. And we've got a silent target takedown with a rare melee weapon. I think we could do all of that, you know. Haven. Poison target sedative, and deadly throw, but we've only got 1 target, so we'd have to poison them and then throw something deadly at their head. Maybe we do that. But then there's Paris, only use 1 disguise. Ew. Bleh. I don't know if these actually change, so maybe that will change to something more forgiving if we start off in, say, Haven. So we'd want to poison the target, poison with sedative, and do a deadly throw. Let's have a look at that one, shall we? Between missions you get an item in this crate, but we don't appear to have one available right now. Here is where you keep your tools, your general poisons and lockpicks and whatnot. If you fail a campaign you lose everything in these chests, so use it or lose it. I feel like we should have one thing in here because we've come back from a previous mission. Oh yeah, we do. What's that? Is that a lethal syringe? Yeah, we've got a lethal syringe, but we haven't got a sedative. But on the wall here, I think we've got a karma. Yeah, we've got the collector's karma. So the items on the wall here, we won't lose if we bring them to a mission, unless we fail the mission. So if we bring this along, we can get both poison target sedative and poison target. And then we just need to throw something deadly at their head to finish them off. Do we bring something deadly? We've got some melee weapons. We've got folding knives. They've all got a different thingamajig, a different equip load value, a gear capacity as it were. So despite being smaller than the Tanto, these are actually at 3 instead of 2. But maybe we'll bring the amputation knife, because what else are we going to use it for? So we don't really mind if we lose that. Do we bring our crowbar? It's the only lockpicking tool that we've got available to us. Large parts of Haven won't need a lockpick. Do we have any silenced pistols? No, we don't. Sad times. Don't have any silenced SMGs either. So we're not going to be able to get rid of cameras silently. Let's go upstairs. And let's see if we can't find something up there that would help us out. You gradually unlock bits of your safe house as you complete missions and gain XP. And here we are now, outside in a forest. Let's have a look around, shall we? Because there should, somewhere, be a rusty nail hanging around. And we're not going to need a lot of lockpicks on Haven, really. We might only need 1. So, let's have a look. There we go. We can get a rusty nail. It's got a capacity of 2. Inexplicably, but we got it. And whilst we're up here, let's pop back into the house and grab a banana, because you'd be surprised, but a banana is actually a very useful tool on Freelancer. Maybe I can demonstrate why at some point. So where's my banana? There it is. And now let's head out to the garage and we can start the mission. Do we take the bike or do we take our fancy car? Let's take the bike. And let's ride our bike to the Maldives. Oh, good grief. Thanks for reminding me, Tooltip. There are prestige objectives which you can do, which give you extra cash if you achieve them. They're harder than the regular challenges. They're not required unless you're in a hardcore difficulty mode, which we are very much not because I'm terrible. But let's see. So we've got Silent Assassin, no firearms. Well, we're going to use our dart gun, so that's out. Silent Assassin suit only could be doable. And I don't like timed missions, so let's take Silent Assassin suit only. It's theoretically possible. And now, given as we're downstairs, let's just start the mission from here.
Welcome to the Maldives. We have been informed that the Syndicate is currently in operation here. Find the target and eliminate. Be careful, 47.
Yeah, we're always careful. Ignore Paris. So, Silent Assassin suit only is the plan. But we'd also like to poison with a sedative and then throw something in their head. Could be tricky to do all of those things. But there's our target. It's a guard. Interesting.
Sir?
So if we can lure him into a bush or similar, this might not be too challenging all round. Are those coins on the bar? They are. So, let's take a look, shall we? There's some bushes here. Is he going to be seen by anybody if we try and lure him in here? Maybe, maybe not. Let's follow him for a bit. Oh no, there we go. He's stopping there. Now, don't see anyone else around really. So let's try... Bonk.
Wow.
Wah. Now, we are hidden in our bush.
What was that? Command, I just heard a weird noise. I'm moving in to investigate.
You do that, friend. And we'll just wait here patiently. And there we go, that's 2 challenges down. Poison to target, and we've poisoned him with sedative.
We got someone out there causing trouble. He's hurting people.
However, we were spotted, so we're just going to stay here for a minute.
Alright, you're alright. Get up now.
Did I just not see that dude? Maybe.
I need the ID of the perp. Can you tell me what he looked like?
Everything went so fast. I
honestly,
didn't get a good
Charles,
look at
I've
him.
been curating those handbags for the better part of a decade.
Right, so
Photos in the shoes.
the guards are on alert,
Command area is all clear. Please advise, over.
but
Excellent work, 47.
crime noticed.
You've
However,
spread fear within the Syndicate. Return to the safe.
crime
house.
noticed might be
Collect
alright.
yourself. I'll be in touch.
I'm not sure if that count. Oh no, it does ruin Silent Assassin. Oh well. Main thing is we completed our 3 main challenges. If I'd been a bit more patient, maybe we could have waited till that guard would move further away. But that's fine. Let's go over here, shall we, and speak to this person with the green logo above their head.
Hey, you need anything? I got some cool stuff.
What you got, friend? So these suppliers will sell us new things. So we can buy shotguns. Can't afford the collector's Seeker. The Seeker is amazing, but we can't afford it. But we can get the basic version of the crowbar that we would lose if we failed a campaign. We can get flash grenades, we can get an explosive phone for 500 bucks, but again it's lost if you use it once because it's not a collector's item. We'll definitely take the crowbar because that will come in handy. We can afford all sorts of gubbins really, and the more stuff we buy that's common the better, because then this stuff won't show up again in shops unless of course we've lost
Back
it at some point.
anytime.
But generally speaking that stuff won't show up in shops, so if I'd been a bit more careful we would have got the Silent Assassin as well and got an extra 3,000, but it's fine.
Get all those damn lawyers and journalists off our back.
No chance of using our banana on this level because there's no couriers around. Couriers are NPCs that you can knock out to get extra cash. But there's none here, so let's go home. Yay. So there we go. 3 challenges complete. Prestige challenge not complete. It's fine. Most of the time when I die, it's because I'm just trying to do these optional challenges and get myself in trouble. You could quite easily finish a lot of missions just by popping people in the head with a silenced gun from afar. But that's no fun.
Impressive work you did back there. I'm ready when you've prepped the next assignment.
Lovely. And so, next assignment is going to be done after we see what's in here. So, we've got a lethal syringe, a remote taser, or a breaching charge. Let's leave that for the moment. Prestige. Katana kill, you say? Any Japanese sword or knife counts. That's good. So, do we have the same objectives in Paris as before? Only use 1 disguise, yep. Pacify guards unnoticed. And silent target takedown. Only use 1 disguise. If we could get to Helmet, that would be great, because he can go anywhere on the map. We're going to have to do this mission one way or the other. But do we want that to be the showdown, or do we want Hokkaido to be the showdown? Silent target takedown with a rare melee. So that's knocking them out with a rare melee, as opposed to killing them with a rare melee. Poison target and poison target dart gun. Let's go for Hokkaido next, because that fits in thematically with the katana kill challenge. And let's see. So we don't specifically need any of these for this challenge. Remote taser, breaching charge. The stuff you get in here is always stuff that will go into our briefcase over there. Let's just double check. Did we have any safes on the map? No safes, 1 supplier, no couriers. So we don't need a banana because there's no couriers. We don't need any of this stuff really for this mission. We'll take the breaching charge because it might come in handy later. And we'll drop it on the floor, because anything you drop on the floor just goes back into its place. Are we going to need a crowbar? It's not the most useful thing in the world on Hokkaido. Flash grenades we don't need either. We will bring the sedative gun, because that will cover poison target and poison target dart gun. And silent takedown, rare melee. We can... Oh no, we've lost our mace. Let me just check. Objectives. Perform silent takedowns using rare, epic, or legendary non-lethal melee items. So I did have a mace, which was my rare melee item for non-lethal. I must have lost it when I died on the previous mission. Police baton is common, so it won't do the job for me. Those 2 are lethal, so they won't do the job. This will get us the prestige at least. The old Tanto. And it can be tucked in a pocket, which is very nice. So that's gear capacity of 5. We're bringing our dart gun. And we're bringing our Tanto. Just to show you, when I did complete a campaign, I got this legendary sniper rifle. It's only got a cost of 2. And when you bring illegal items like this, you automatically bring a briefcase as well. Do we want to bring a sawn-off? It will do the job for us. Yeah, it can be tucked in a pocket, nice and invisible, and it will do the job for us if we get into a firefight, which happens with surprising frequency in these maps.
Welcome to Hokkaido. Intel tells us that the operative syndicate members are currently in the area.
Now, your start point
Track them
can
down
be
and do
anywhere
what
where
you
you can start with a
Be
suit.
careful,
So
47.
it can be in the morgue, which is always fun. I want to find a mirror somewhere so I can take a nice selfie for the thumbnail. I thought there was just a selfie mode on the camera, but it seems like there isn't. Do you want to be in my picture, friendo? Yeah, you and me. We're buds.
12 seconds later.
So we'll just take you out, friend. And we'll scoop you up and chuck you in a cupboard. Lovely. Now, director is just sort of hanging about, isn't he? Or is he... Have I missed my opportunity with him? Yeah, he's wandered off. However, there's a guard there. Guards would also be useful. But I've got no way of... I mean, I could stab up a guard. I don't think you lose out for stabbing up a guard. Are you going to hear that? Seems not. Never mind. So, what can we do with our lives? We can head downstairs and find out where that target downstairs is. Because we know we've got someone who's down lower. Although, have they moved upstairs now? Yeah, they're in the loading bay. So we're going to need to get outside. Do we have access to our own room? Which one's our room? I thought that was our room, but maybe it's on this side.
I hope you're enjoying your stay.
Yeah. Now, do we have anything we can use in here to cause violence to happen? They've removed a lot of the tools and a lot of the objects that hang around in the rooms. I think our scissors are still here. Yeah. So we could grab them. They might come in handy. But yeah, let's go about our business. Where might I find a rare...
Hey, how you doing?
I mean, the director's got a rare bat in his room, hasn't he?
Shut up, Helmut. Wait, you're not Helmut.
Where's the director gone?
Bad form, dude. You stole my idea.
There he is. Because if we could
Hey,
get his
look,
outfit,
asshole.
that would be
Maybe
cool.
you can find someone else to emulate. How about, I don't know, Jordan Cross? He's hot,
What
right?
are you doing, Portman?
Wow, this is...
don't attend the same social circles.
Come in here. Yeah, come on in. Come on in, Jason.
I can make you disappear for good.
Sure you can. Well, how about I do that to you, chummer? That might allow us to get around a bit more of the map. If we are Mr. Jason Portman. I forget exactly how his opportunity works, but it might allow us to get a doctor's outfit.
Mr. Jason Portman, please come to the hospital entrance.
Although, am I going to get frisked if I try and go through?
A doctor will escort you to your checkup. That was for Mr. Jason Portman.
Let's see.
A doctor will escort you to your
Mr.
appointment.
Portman. Perfect timing.
Please proceed
Follow
to the
me to the
hospital
consultation
entrance.
room, if you please. You must be eager to see the new you.
Very much so. Now, does this mean we can pass through here without a frisk?
Mr. Portman is with
Yes.
me. No need to bother him with unnecessary security measures.
That's right.
I hope you're holding up all right.
Camera's
Should be able
not
to
a
go
problem.
Back home real soon.
There can be, depending on the mission that you're on, but we've got nothing to worry about with getting caught by cameras.
Facial surgery tends to
That's
heal
one good
pretty
thing about
quickly.
this, is that
But
you're
I
not reliant
understand
on
yours is
Silent
quite
Assassin suit
expensive.
only, as the
Don't
game
worry
often
now.
encourages you
We've
to
got the
be
best facilities here.
in
You'll get those
other
bandages off in
modes.
no time at all.
Well, in the default mode.
It's simply perfect. I'm sorry. This is...
Who's noticed me? Right. Yeah, this hasn't gone well. This hasn't gone well at all. However,
I did cover fire! Somebody help me! He's over there!
yep, he's in there somewhere. Get him. Sort him out.
Command, Some nut job.
Man, all right, there's
He's
a hard
disguised like a doctor.
Right.
Out of the way! Out of the way!
Do they know? Am I compromised? I don't think I'm compromised, you know. I think somehow we got away with that.
Looks like the corridor is clear.
So let's just lie low for a minute. Ah, there's a guard. A guard who appears to be our target. Isn't that nice? So, what if we shot him with a dart gun? We could shoot this guy with a dart gun too. Although we could just head out here. He's going to head down the stairs. I mean, it'd be nice to get that guy's bodyguard outfit, probably. But as it is, we can just shoot that guy with a dart gun. Pull out the old Tanto. Let's see. Is there a cupboard? No, there isn't. Never mind. We
Well
can
done,
pop you in the head.
This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate.
And we could also just take your clothes. Although now we're trespassing. Okay. Curious. So sometimes the people are in the wrong spots. I was wondering why there was a guard out here, because this is bodyguard country normally. But not a problem. Because we can also get this guy and plonk him in his cupboard where he lives. And destroy a bit of security footage while we're here. So we've got a prestige objective done. The only thing we haven't got is rare melee. Can we get rare melee? Is the question. Is there anywhere on the map where we can find a rare melee weapon? I mean, I could go and speak to our supplier. I'm generally more familiar with the Hitman 1 and 2 maps than I am with 3. But that doesn't mean I'm an expert by any stretch of the imagination. But here we are in the garden. And our supplier might be that guy up at the top here. Because I've seen this map before in Freelancer. And yet, the supplier that time was also this dude. Do you have any rare melee weapons for me, friend?
You name it, I got it. After you.
Let's see. Common? No. Silenced pistol, that would have been nice if I hadn't spent all my money. So our target is a bodyguard. Is he gonna roam about? We're allowed in here, so we could lure him in here and kill him. That's not a problem. The question is, can we still get that rare melee that I'd like? And I'm pretty sure that the director's office is the only place where we could find it. Now, does the director recognise all of his bodyguards? He recognises me when I'm in this outfit. The director is an enforcer when I'm wearing this. But is he an enforcer when I'm in a bodyguard suit? Also, where did I leave the bodyguard suit? Down in the morgue, wasn't it? Is there anywhere around here where... There he is.
Whoa now, Mr. Bodyguard, what's up?
Okay. I didn't realise he was going
I
to
just want to check something, sir.
cotton on that quick.
You know you'll get
Right. He's on to me. However...
hurt acting like that.
Okay. Yeah. It's gone a bit. Oh, someone down there. Come on. We're compromised. It's all gone pear-shaped. It's all going sideways. And we failed. Dagnammit. At least we didn't bring our lockpick. This is what happens to me. I try and complete missions in ways that get me all the objectives, and because of that, I get killed. But that's the fun of Freelancer.
It's Diana. I hope your wounds are healing. But we need you back in action. Do what you have to do, and let me know when you're ready for the next assignment.
Oh dear. What a mission that was. But we're back on our feet. Kinda. And now all we've got to do is complete the showdown mission. Because that wasn't a showdown mission, that previous failed attempt. So because of that, we carry on. However, that means the next mission is on high alert. And it is a showdown mission. So basically, we're in trouble. Not to worry. We've got a choice of options there. But let's have a look at the mission first, shall we? So it's in Paris. It's an alert territory now because we failed. There's 4 suspects. We got rare takedown again. Oh, we lost our Tanto, didn't we? Dagnammit. Only use 1 disguise. Pacify guards unnoticed.
Excellent, 47. We have now tracked down the Syndicate leader's location.
It's going to be tough. Eliminate the leader during one of their tells. Eliminate them with a shuriken or eliminate them while they're trying to escape. Trying to escape isn't too bad. Because I can... They might have an assassin following them around. I can shoot the assassin in the head. The leader will try and escape, and then I can shoot them as they're trying to leave. It's the 1 disguise thing that's going to get us killed, because I'm going to try and go for Helmut's disguise, probably. And that will cost us. Maybe I'll go for the shake. Either way, I failed my last 2 missions in Paris, so let's go to Paris and try and go one better this time.
Welcome to Paris. It's time to put an end to them. The leader is currently operating in the area. However, we have very little intel on their identity. But they are on high alert, so tread carefully or they will slip away. As to why they are here, well, we know this. They are here to attend a business meeting. As for the little identification we have on them, we know that they have black hair, they are wearing a hat, they are wearing a necklace, and has a tattoo. As to habits and vices, your target has a sweet tooth, and they like to read, be it keeping up with the times or simply wanting to be inspired. I hope this will help. Godspeed, 47.
So there we go. Diana's given us the skinny on our target. Is it worth going for Helmut?
Nice day, huh?
So the map's alerted, so there's more guards than there's more cameras. It's going to be harder to get anything done. But we're going to do our best. So there's an extra guard over there, there's a camera there. There's a camera there which is going that way. So maybe we can sneak through there. And into here. One of those guards appeared to spot us, but that's possibly okay, because he didn't fully spot us. Yeah, Helmut's going to get us killed if we try that. I think we're already in trouble. Right, so you're coming around there, but you're also there. See, look how many guards there are around here. If I could get one of those guards, that might be nice. Where are our targets? They're all at ground level, round the front. So, maybe we just get a friend in here. And we just take his disguise. It's not going to be the best disguise on the map, but I think that's fine. So yeah, in you come, friendo. Door is closed. We're disguised. Good. Now we just chuck you in a crate. Grab all our stuff. I have before thrown my crowbar at someone's head and then left the map without it. I am that foolish. Can we get back our hammer? Yeah, we can. Good. Trusty hammer friend is going to help us out. However, there will still be people that will see through this disguise. Because there's special NPCs on these showdown missions as well. There's lookouts, and if they spot you, they'll alert the leader, and the leader will run. And there are also assassins who will kill you very quickly. So let's go. Oh yeah, pacify guard without getting spotted is one of our side objectives. I should remember that. So that guy's going to spot us. Maybe I should go back and take out a second guard in that room while I've got somewhere to stash the bod.
Oh, come on, man.
In he goes. 2 down. Now we just need to pacify one more guard. And we've got one of our objectives done. I don't think we're going to get a rare melee weapon unless I can find one in the house, but I can't go into any of the top floors, can I, in this outfit? This is an outdoors outfit. So rare melee might have to wait, or just not be done. Now, someone is smoking there. All the targets are alerted because it's an alerted mission. So that guy's smoking. As you can tell from the left, that's not a tell. And the tells are exclusive, so we can mark that guy as not a suspect. There's a target over here. A potential suspect over here. Are they going to come back this way? Probably. Yeah, they are. Now, what's he up to? He's got a sweet tooth. He's got a necklace. He's got a hat. He's got black hair. Can't tell from here if he's got a tattoo, but he's got a sweet tooth. So we'll mark him as prime suspect for now. Oops, I've marked him as not suspect. My bad. Prime suspect. There we go. Doesn't appear to have anyone else around and about with him. And he might have just called a meeting with one of the other people. So that could be useful information for us. Here comes a second target. Maybe to meet the first guy. Can't tell from here what he's wearing. There's also an assassin nearby, so we need to watch ourselves. Right, so those two are up to something. They're talking about the deal. A business deal? Yeah, it says above their heads, the little handshake icon, so they're having a business meeting. So it's one of those two, probably. Oops. Alright, so you're prime suspect. You, on the other hand, can't tell what you're wearing. Do you have a necklace on? Maybe not. I mean, it's one of you two. I could just start shooting up the place. Because I've learned what I need to know. And then I could escape over there. Although there's a guard at the exit. Use only one disguise. And I still haven't pacified a third guard. In an unnoticed fashion. But I'm pretty sure it's this dude. Now, how about this guard? There's 2 guards at the exit. Okay. I'm wondering, because it's a showdown, and it's tricky to... You don't want to get it wrong, basically. Because this... If I fail a normal mission, it's fine. If I fail this mission, it's not good. So maybe I want to just take this dude out. He's smoking. Now, That wasn't Attell? Not prime suspect. In fact, not suspect. It's the other guy. But can I take this guy out and get his phone? Is there anyone else around here? Doesn't look like it. So, let's grab his phone. Now we can call a business meeting anywhere we choose. Let's just tuck you away over here. Now, is there a third guard around? Right, there's an exit there. That's good. There's a third guard. There's a camera here. That's fine. Over here we've got not a lot of anything useful. Can we lure that guy over here? Yeah. And that's our third pacified guard. Now, should we tuck him outside somewhere? Can we do that without being spotted? I don't think I've ever really used this little corner of Paris. But that's the joy of freelancer mode. It encourages you to experiment and do new things. So yeah, we'll tuck you in there. And now, where's that business meeting phone that we've got? There it is. Now, if we drop it on the floor here, it will allow all of the business meeting people to come over. Which is that guy. And maybe no one else? Is that guy the only one who's coming? No, she's coming as well. Who is she? And does she have everything we need? She's got a hat. She's got a necklace. She's got black hair, I think. She could also be the suspect. Bloody hell. Right, so any of these people could be the suspect. She's being followed by an assassin. He's also being followed by an assassin. They're all being lured into my trap. The assassins will kill you in like a shot or two. So here's the plan. Oh god, they're all coming. Although we know that guy's not a suspect, I think. But there's a third assassin. Jeez.
Huh?
No way. No way.
Right, here's the plan.
Your target is trying to get away. Move. The leader is eliminated. Well,
Leader is eliminated. We got them.
return to the safe
Let's go.
house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
And we're done. We killed a few extra people, but we got the leader. That's the main thing.
Well done, 47. This will make anyone think twice before turning to a life of crime.
Certainly will. If we'd been less panicky, I could have killed an assassin and picked up their silence gun. But hey ho, it's fine. We've actually finished a mission on Paris. The last 2 times I went there, I got shot to death. And I think we got most of our targets as well. Yeah, 3 of them. That's pretty good going. That'll be a bit more XP. We are the Melon Man. And we've reached mastery level 18. Which has unlocked for us the practice space in the safe house. Curious. And exotic music. Ooh. And some cosmetic. Ah, we can play the drums. And some antique furniture. And some modern furniture. Lots of stuff.
Excellent, 47. You took down the Syndicate. But we have intel that there are more connected. Eliminate them all. You will be well rewarded. Prepare and let me know when you are ready.
We certainly shall, Diana. But first we shall claim our reward for taking down a syndicate. It is a common baseball bat. That's a shame. A rare one would have been nice. And we'll take our reward for just generally doing stuff. So we've got frag grenade, remote taser, sedative syringe, why not? Can certainly be handy. It's also good for couriers and whatnot. And now we should think about campaign number 2.